Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's going to be looking at the GLE 53, and we're going to figure out if this is a real AMG, because it's not a 63, right? But it's also not a 43. Anyways, before we get into this video, a huge shout out and thank you to the Mercedes here in Salt Lake for giving me some time with this GLE 53. Link to their website in the description down below. Ask for Dylan if you have any questions. Link to my car buying guide as well. Let's get into it. Under the hood we have a 3-liter turbocharged inline-6 that goes through a 9-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 18 around town and then 23 on the highway with power outputs being 429 horsepower and then 413 pound-feet of torque. Now before we move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Now taking a look at the hood, you guys can see how it's raised there towards the center. I think that's really cool looking. And then love the turn signal indicators here. You got the vertical slats here for the grille. You got the AMG logo there as well. And yeah, taking a few steps back, it's a good looking car. Now on the side here, our tire wheel setup is 285 by 40 by 22 in the front, and then 325 by 35 by 22 in the rear. Wheels are completely blacked out. You got the silver ring, which is really cool AMG logo as well. And I like how the fender flare pops out quite a bit. Got the Turbo 4MATIC badge. Got a little bit of silver trim throughout, but overall, pretty normal looking SUV with cool wheels. Now this leads us to the key fob where we've got our lock and unlock function, opening for the hatch, all of that, and well, I'll pop it open. And being the SUV, we've got tons of cargo space here in the rear. It's really practical overall. And then underneath, we do have the spare tire setup there. Oops, let's not litter, folks. Anyways, it's practical back here. It's got quite a bit of space. When you're all done, just press that and that will lower the hatch right back down. Really cool taillight design here. You can see the GLE 53, pretty cool exhaust tips there at the bottom, and yeah, that's the rest of the rear. And this of course leads us inside. Nice trim here at the top. I love the red down below. You get your heated seat control there, speaker for the sound system, and this is nice. Got all that trim. AMG logo there at the bottom too. Anyways, getting in's easy. Legroom back here is great. We got a little storage pocket. We've got some vents here in the back as well, and then great headroom because of the SUV design. And this of course leads us up front where you can see again with all the soft touch trim. All of our window controls, we've got our mirror adjustments. Mirrors do power fold in, memory seats, and you got your seat adjustments. Heated and cooled seat function, that's to adjust the passenger side. Speaker again for the sound system. Blind spot monitoring the mirrors. And here is the front seat, AMG logo. Nice trim all down the center. And you can see all the light controls here off to the side. And then, yeah, this is cool with all the trim. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you can see nice trim all around, perforated on either side. Paddle shifters there in the back for the 9-speed. We got a bunch of practical controls, including for the center. We've got this for your volume and voice command controls. Drive mode select on the steering wheel, which is always fun. That sounds piped in. Sounds piped in. Anyways, controls there for the center. You've got your adaptive cruise control, and then this is to adjust different items, like the exhaust or the piped in sound. Had to say it. Turn signal, windshield wiper stock, column shifter, and then we've got this nice digital gauge cluster here in the center, and you can change the theme depending on what you want it to look like, which is pretty cool. Nice 360 camera system. You do have trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel. Good resolution overall. And then as for the infotainment system, it is a touchscreen, so I can do touchscreen response, but I can also control things with a keypad. It's all really easy to use. See the vents down below quickly and dual zone climate controls, but I want to quickly show you guys the keypad here. So got some shortcut buttons around it, including like the drive mode select, the suspension to adjust it. You got these interesting like grab handles, and then this has the cool little cup holder setup here. We also have our charging pad there as well, and then again you've got all that red stitching and everything across the dash. Good storage here. Nice trim on the top overall. Regular rear view mirror, so nothing crazy there. And then pretty normal here at the headliner. Panoramic sunroof. So here's a window sticker. 2025 GLE 53. Base MSRP is 89. Total MSRP on this is 100,065 bucks. So it's quite a bit less than the 63. Good to know. Let's see how it performs. Well, let us talk about visibility quickly before we set off. Over the hood, both the mirrors do have blind spot warning. The rest of the rear, and AMG away. AMG away. It's a big SUV. But I feel like it's still like the sweet spot with sizing, because the GLS, I mean, that's a super nice car. A little bit too big, if you ask me. Unless you need the third row. Whereas this is kind of like that nice sweet spot where it's still got good cargo space, but then it's easier to maneuver. It's kind of my take. It's an interesting engine. Interesting engine. Actually getting up and moving now with our AMG. It's interesting how different this feels compared to the 63. The 63, so much more torque with that V8. Just a night and day difference when it comes to power and everything. And then on top of that, it sounds way different. Still responsive and quick, but it's not quite as smooth as the V8 because, well, you got a lot less power, less displacement. You know, the way that I think it kind of goes is V8s are probably the smoothest, can be. I mean, unless you go like bigger than that, like a W12, I mean, that's probably the smoothest powertrain I've ever experienced is a W12. But aside from very expensive rare powertrains, yeah, V8s are smooth. Inline sixes are smooth for 6-cylinder engines, but they're just not as smooth as an 8-cylinder. It's a good way to put it. Let's pop it into the, I feel like that's piped in. Sounds piped in. Does have power though. That's nice. It's got some good power. Again, it sounds, I mean, whether it's piped in or not, it sounds pretty good. It doesn't sound as good as the V8. It's nice. I like that. That's solid. So, something's up with the 53. Is it a real AMG? Yeah, I mean, it's got the firmer suspension, it's got the cool steering wheel. Oops. It's got a very powerful engine, so it's got a lot of the AMG stuff. Would it be cooler if it had a V8? Of course. Look at that, it's a Ferrari SUV, by the way. Gotta get in and review one of those one day. I wonder if it's a demo car. Yeah, it's a demo car. Maybe it's time to go review some stuff with Ferrari. Anywho, yeah, it drives well. It drives well. I think that overall everything they've put with this is solid. Still prefer the 63 though, but the 63 is quite a bit more expensive, so always something to consider. Let me know what you think.